Breaking news. We having a morning show over here, Unique Mecca Audio. I got my two brothers up here. I got Eon Williams from DC Black. I got Bootsy from Street Knowledge Podcast. We're going to let everybody come in, but we ain't going to waste no time. We're going to keep it moving because that's how we do over here at the Mecca, just so that everybody understand what time it is. All right. Hold up. All right, that's it. So everybody can hear me. Tap in. We're letting everybody come in. Let me bring the brothers up. You know, this is Eon. You know, I want to come out. Okay, yeah, here we go. Let me. You know, we can't do this without the intro, man. You know what it is, Unique Mecca Audio, man. Let me bring up my man Eon first if he turn around. You know what I mean? Here we go. Yes, Eon, tell him who you are and where you from and where to follow you at.
Oh, man, I appreciate it, man. My name is Eon Williams, man. I'm the curator of the DC Blacks movement, man. You can follow me on Instagram at DC_Blacks, the one with the blue check, on YouTube, the DC Blacks channel. And other than that, man, I'm just here to, man, participate in this morning talk.
All right, that's what it is. Let's bring the big brother Bootsy up.
What's good? What's good? Y'all know what it is. Your boy Big Bootsy, man. Street Knowledge Podcast, man. Harlem representative, NC representative, and it's once again it's a privilege to be up here with my big brother Unique, man. And we loving every minute. Good morning to everybody. Y'all can catch me on my IG at the real Big Bootsy. That's BOOTSIE.
All right, so that's what it is. Now, check, Rob. We're going to have the morning show. We just waiting on Eon to turn around because he on his FaceTime and all that. You need to put the phone in front of you or whatever you're doing in front of you. Now I'm bringing you up. All right, so that's Big E. Yo, E, me and Eon was talking early this morning, right, Boots? And he's digging deep into the Big Meech, Tammy Cohen, I think her name is, situation. But all I got to say about that is all the evidence don't look good about Meech. He looked guilty as sin. Let's say that. You know what I mean? That, you know, he's a rat bastard. But over here, he don't get the rat bastard, you know, gunshots. Right now, he's still alive as one of us until we got solid proof. And it's no, Tammy could have did this. Meech didn't know. Show me where Meech knew this, that. We got to eliminate all that by getting a video, audio, or black and white. And that's what we waiting on before we do that. Meech did his thing. He's a legend. Right now, he's beefing with, you know, the god of the other TV shows. And he put him out there. My thing with that, right? Let me take y'all off. I'm going to set up a little thing right now. Look, my thing, the way I see this, right? 50 Cent gets with the girl, Tammy. So when he gets with the girl, Tammy, he already knew what was up with Tammy because 50 got the disposal to damn near the Department of Justice as his fingers to be able to see what's going on. You understand? And he had to know that she wasn't right when he took her. And then he had to know that little Meech took Rick Ross' girl to the prom. So all this that 50 acting like he, and I'm saying acting, 50 acting like he didn't know. You understand? 50 knew. But 50 was on some business time. He's like, man, I'm going to work this. You know what I mean? I can eat. I can stay in the back. You understand what I'm saying? As long as this rat bastard don't stick his head out. Because 50 already heard firsthand from Tammy how the play went. So 50 knew what knows what happened. So that's why he's not running around. You know what I mean? He's playing games, throwing us little snippets. He gonna throw us another audio or something with him and Tammy. But could you imagine, Michael, we ride? Could you imagine 50 Cent sneak recording somebody? What millionaire does that? Now y'all heard the topic. What do y'all think about that? As far as the question to y'all that I want y'all to answer to the people is, what do you think about this whole saga coming from your opinion? All right, who going first?
I mean, I jump out there first, man. First and foremost, I like how you said that, man. You know, we're not gonna put the rat jacket on it through a rack of the story that I was covering. A lot of people that was giving me pushback kept saying, "E, you calling a man a rat without the paperwork." You know, sometimes I think that they just want to be argumentative. Let me say what my position on it was. First, I didn't listen to it. Then when I seen the connection between him and Tammy, it made me raise my eyebrows. And then when I seen his name all in the affidavits and he wasn't indicted, it made me raise my eyebrows even further. So at this point in time, you know, I feel as though it's so much of a suspicion and so much of a black cloud over his head. He need to address it. And I think what they called addressing it by him saying, never told, never fold, death before dishonor, and come to my concert. I don't think that was an explanation. I think that put further of a cloud over the situation because he avoided it. For him to say that I wasn't going to talk about it because of this or because of that, you can't halfway talk about it either. So, you know, just to break the, like an icebreaker, that's my position on it. It's some suspect stuff going on with it. It's too many informants going on with it. It's too many people dealing with informants. And now we got to say, okay, well, when did they know they was informants? Man, when you on this level of the game, you supposed to know certain type of things. I don't care if you was incarcerated or not. The same way we know that these things went on right now because of Pacer and because Tammy went to Pacer, I believe that somebody from Georgia that was in a position to go to Pacer knew what this was going on when the Tory White case was going on. So that's for starters.
Yeah, that was deep. All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Boots.
My take on it is, like, when he did do that video saying that he never ratted, he was a stand-up guy, I was looking for the Meech that I used to see in like the Smack DVDs with his chest poked out, standing tall, looking real thorough. We the thoroughest crew out, never be one. And I was looking at him to poke his chest out with who called me a rat? What? How? Where? You know, I was looking for that Meech. Now, also, I want to know, and I'm glad I'm on your platform today, because this is one of the biggest questions, because I needed a big platform to say this. How did they find out that she was sleeping with the head of the investigated team? How? Who? Where? How did the United States attorney find out about it so they could say we dismissed it? We dismissing the case against Cuffy. None of that came out yet. So until that come out, then we really know that it's real, because it's just thrown out there that it got dismissed because she was sleeping with the head lead of the investigation of Cuffy. So we don't have no proof that that's even real. So how we know it really got dismissed?
All right, Bush, let me say this, right? I'm gonna get right to the point. You my homie and all that, but I keep it 100, keep the show moving on the point that it need to be on. All that when, how, where, why, that's like, let's ride. That's like you cheated on your girl, right? And then she asked you, why'd you do it? I'm not satisfying you. I'm not enough for you. And you answering these questions. No, baby, I love you, but I screwed up. That's the end of it. All this, why, when did you sleep with him? How did you meet him? Who cares? I screwed up.
But she had to catch you from somewhere. A girl told on him.
No, I got that. But listen, what difference does that make to you? I put you in a different scenario than the drugs and the meat and all that. You dealing with your girl, and your girl catch you cheating. I know you'll never do that. But let's say your girl catches you cheating and she confronts you and she say, oh, you cheated on me. And you admit it. You say, yeah, I cheated. Then she say, why? You know what I mean? I said, baby, I screwed up. That's all I say. I screwed up. What else is there to say? Anything else is going to be talking yourself into the doghouse. You understand? So least is better. We already know the facts. The facts is I screwed up. The facts is this girl is a rat bastard. So once you know that,
case get dismissed.
But that's irrelevant. I don't care about none of that. No disrespect. You do, but I'm saying, and you have a right to. But right now, what I'm dealing with, because I'm dealing with a straight gangster platform so we can use this time so the youth understand. I'm not trying to debate if Meech did do this or that. All I want to know is what happens when a man or woman is in this situation and you're a part of the street and you get caught up in a third-party corporation accusation is what we're dealing with. You understand? And you articulate yourself very well, Bootsy. So I'm going to put this, let me put this to Eon first. Eon, try and help me explain to him what I'm saying. Because he's wondering, when did he meet this? When did you do it? It's like you're trying to defend them or you're trying to convict them. It's either way. But bottom line is, we're not making a judgment. All we're doing is reacting when we see this paperwork, my nigga. Right or wrong, Eon? Explain that to him, maybe.
I mean, I agree with that, but I think it is a valid question of not necessarily when did he meet her, but when did he discover that she was an informant?
Now we're somewhere. Is that what you were saying, Bootsy? Did I cut you off in or I misconstrued?
What I'm thinking is, why Cuffy the one that said that, and Blue said that it got dismissed because Tammy was sleeping with the man. So the working with Big Meech didn't help the case because she slept with the guy. So why should we believe that the case, Cuffy saying that the case got dismissed because of that? He don't have no proof of that. And that's what I'm saying. I'm saying the same thing you saying, Unique. We can't call a man a rat without proof. And
now,
we don't got proof.
I got that. We're on the same page, but let me say this towards what you're saying, right? This man got these accusations. This woman is down with him with whatever, and he gets caught up. You're saying that when did he? Oh, that there's no paperwork to that. That you haven't seen it.
His
what it is
told. His
now listen, you haven't read it. Sorry, let me just finish this statement. You haven't read the paperwork, but if something like that wasn't true, you know what I mean? I don't think they would have said that, only because that could be checked by the paperwork. You understand? At any point, because these people or whoever they calling the rat or Meech, whoever they trying to say ratted, why they dropped it because she was sleeping with the agent, whoever wanted to defend that, whether that was Coffee, whoever, they could go to Pacer, and that's in the file if it's there. So I understand what you're saying. But where I'm at is, I think this is frivolous for us to talk about when that happened. He's on the right track, and that's what I want you to get on and answer to the people, being that you haven't been to the feds, because we have our way that we deal with things, and you've been up north or wherever, so you know how y'all deal with it up there. So the thing is, when did Meech know she was a rat is one, and then two, what did he do after he found out she was a rat? If he continued to deal with her, then now he's what we call, right, Eon, harboring the rat. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, that could be true.
Mm.
I want to, before I go into that, right? You was getting ready to say something, Boosie?
Well, the answer to Unique, Blue Da Vinci just did an interview saying that Meech had called home, and the first time he talked to him in a while, he was asking him, yo, what's up with the movie? He said, yeah, the movie going good. 50 about to put it out. Y'all don't keep calling him and harassing him, man, because he's on point. Everything getting ready to flow smooth. He said, I wanted to say something to him. He said, well, how it happened? He said, Tammy put it together. He said, when he said that, he said he had to tell him. He said, because Meech said, well, he said, man, you ain't hear about old girl? She ain't right. He was like, oh, word? Well, that ain't got nothing to do with me. She put
Who said that ain't got nothing to do with me?
Meech said, well, it ain't got nothing to do with me. She putting the show together. So that means he must didn't know that she was a rat until Blue told him.
Okay, cool. Give him that. Now, what did he do after he found out she was a rat? And what year was that approximately, if you know?
It was
How long did he keep this?
When he first got locked up, and he ain't heard from him in a couple months, he said, and he was at his homeboy crib, and Meech called in. So it had to be around the time he first got locked up. So it wasn't
like 2007, 2010, but that's what I'm saying. So if they knew this all the time, right? Why are they keeping this a secret? Let me say this. Hold up, man, because I'm getting ready to get angry in here, Bootsy. Hold up. One second, take y'all off for a minute, man. I'm gonna get real angry right now. Hey, yo, we got 1,000 people in the room. In 14 minutes, we have 1,000 people, and I got 64 mother effing likes. Don't let me pull out the Tommy gun. Let me pull out the Tommy gun. hit that like button and stop faking before I tap out, man. I'm not gonna waste my time. Y'all ain't sending a super chat. Y'all ain't even hitting the like button. Come on, man. Let me bring my people back up, man. My bad, y'all. Go ahead.
It's on me.
Yeah, don't get nervous now that I don't announce we got 1,000 people in 15 minutes.
Was done, but before I go on to what I wanted to say, I see this D35 comment up on here, and you know that's my sentiments all the way. And it says, if your man hook you up with a plug from jail, then tells you to holler at my homegirl, and then homegirl is the feds, it's not that difficult. I don't even want to break that down. That's from my perspective. That's the main reason why I even started to read or started to pay attention to it. But let me say this about the whole matter with the thing with Cuffy, right? I think it's a misconception going around that Cuffy's case was dismissed. That's actually incorrect. Cuffy pleaded guilty to a 10-year sentence for the drug case that came from this. Now, people saying him and Suarez didn't get arrested. What we must remember is that the affidavit that was turned in to get the Title III wiretap on Cuffy's phone, which led to CS1 to CS2 to the other things that occurred from the beginning of that wiretap. So the case never stopped or never got dismissed. Him and Suarez just was not charged with anything, but the wiretap still led to the 10 years that Cuffy is serving right this minute. So I do want to kind of like get rid of that myth that the case was dismissed. No case was ever dismissed.
All right. That's what I'm saying. I got scholars on here today. I got street scholars, legal scholars, prison scholars. Round of applause to DC Blacks, Eon, and my man Big Bootsy. All right. Make sure y'all follow them, subscribe, whatever y'all call it, at DC Black Street Knowledge Podcast. And y'all hit that like button, man. We got 1,300 people in here in 20 minutes. And not even 20, 17 minutes, we got 1,300 people. I'm about to turn this off. That's why I do the pre-recorded video. See, they wanted to do the live. I was just going to pre-record them and then upload it because I think it's a disrespect for you to sit here talking and not even getting a like. When you sit here the whole time and you're laughing, you're keying, and you're getting knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and you can't hit a like button. Come on, man. You know? But anyway, right? Let me get back to where I'm at. What do you think about that question on the front, Bootsy?
Who?
Bootsy, the question on the screen.
Yeah, well, life
read
is
it
so
first.
crazy.
Read it.
Nah, I heard it. I heard the question.
I want them to hear it. The ones that might be driving, you know.
What it says?
Yo, what did 50 Cent say Meech's worst mistake was to stop his relationship with Tammy? Bootsy, see, when we do this, like, you know, you taught me this. When we do this, when I first came home, right? This Bootsy broke me and Eon. I first come home and Bootsy said, yo, you, man, this YouTube thing is crazy. He said, man, dudes be, you know, watching it in the car while they driving, while they walking, anywhere they at, they with it. They might be at work, you know, they might be doing something and got the phone in their pocket and they listen to the YouTube and that's where the money's at. So bottom line is, once he tell me that, I know that if I do a show, I gotta read whatever is there to let the people know. You understand, that is not looking at their phone, that might be, you know, baking a cake, or you know what I mean, or just walking with their coat on and can't hold their hands out because they glove tight, or they just sit it down because they reading a book and just want to listen to it. You know. But anyway, so what do you think about that statement, Bootsy?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't hear what he said to him to Meech.
Bootsy, you can't see the question on the screen?
I'm looking at it, but I don't know what 50 said to Meech.
They're alleged that as 50 Cent, you know what I'm saying, spanked him on the internet, as they're saying. They said that one of his admonishments to him was that the worst thing he ever did was to terminate his relationship.
Yeah, what's confusing about that?
She had his secrets.
Bootsy. Oh, well, I didn't hear about that one. That's what I'm saying.
Listen. No. Okay, but you know what's going on more than me, way more than me. That's why I brought you up here for you and Eon to break it down. Fact. Okay, so where I'm at is right. Maybe you need to smoke a joint this morning or something. You know what I mean?
I didn't know the words what he said to Meech about.
Listen, Bootsy, we have listen. This is a minute Lilliputious conversation, meaning very small conversation, because all I asked you is to read what is there and speak on that. I don't know what he said. No one knows what he said. Bottom line, if we know, what did 50 say? You understand? And they're telling you what he said. He said Meech's worst mistake was to stop his relationship with Tammy. 50 said that. Therese Bates is just letting you know this is what 50 said. He's asking you, what did 50 say? And he gave you the answer. So that's the answer. So from what you know about this case, a million times more than me, do you agree with that statement? Yes or no? And what do you think? Morning talk. You got the floor.
Yes and no. Yes, because if he found out that she was dirty, he had to let her go and leave her alone. No, is because now if he do let her go, she can go out there and talk crazy about him and say anything that will sound true. And a name like his out here in this world, and he idolized anything that looked bad, going to travel faster than positive. Negative always travel faster than positive. So yeah, letting her go was the worst thing in that aspect.
Okay, all right. You want to weigh in on that, Eon?
Man, without repeating exactly what he said, because I agree with that, I would add to the situation, man. This is why people like me, but specifically myself, this is why I don't condone no type of rap behavior, rap sympathizing, or, nobody believing that a person that's an informant or a rap, whichever term we choose to use, why they would be exempt. I'm gonna take a little note out of what's y'all name 50 Cent son when he was trolling Lord Meech. He was like, "You thought you were special." I'm gonna apply that same philosophy to Demetrius. What he thought he was special, if he knew that this person was an informant, he wasn't gonna get caught up with it. But that's conjecture. What we know at the end of the day, if we want to just talk about that question that was posed right here on your platform, if he had a connection with her, and he had to end that connection for whatever reason, because I heard other things. I heard things like, she wasn't good for his image and all these other things, which I don't know to be 100% true. But whatever it is, you can't get in bed with no super duper government informant and then think you're just going to walk away from the thing. That's what I think this whole problem is, no matter what comes out at the end. But a person just asked me on my YouTube channel, he said, how long are you going to cover this? Technically, I'm gonna be interested until Tammy and 50 Cent drop whatever they got, because he got a little wiggle room if she don't got no recordings. But if you go back to Terry White's case, which Tammy Collins is alleged to be 90 to 95% responsible for that conviction based on Jack Harvey's testimony, right? And she never wore a wire. Most government informants wear a wire at some point in time if they do that type of surveillance for the FBI or the DEA. They said that this woman did all her recordings on a phone, and she's been doing that since the Terry White case. So without being too long-winded, just to end on this note, I believe that she may have recordings of her and Demetrius talking about what, I don't know. But until this 50 Cent and Tammy Cohen documentary tell-all drop, we won't know. But for sure, and like you said something about people being experts, listen, they will AI test that. Just like the princess woman over there in England took a picture and it was photoshopped, and a photographer expert said, "Oh, that's not her stomach." If the tapes come out and Demetrius is on there talking about anything that sounds remotely close to a third-party cooperation, he's cooked for good. If he's not, he got a little wiggle room, but for sure, he gonna have a black cloud over him until this is addressed. And he couldn't give me 100 books on consignment for free.
All right, so listen, Rob. You see what he just said? It's like you get involved, right? With the street, there's rules that go with this. And then they say that there's no honor amongst thieves. You know what I mean? Not while a thief is stealing. That's when it's no honor. Let me break that down so you understand, because I feel like riding. All right. Now, check. No honor among thieves. That's when you're stealing. While the thief is robbing a house and his man is with him and he's in one bedroom, he in the other bedroom, or he robbing a grocery store and he in the front checking the register and his man in the back, and then his man see a big bag of diamonds sitting on the counter, he gonna put that in his pocket. That's no honor. But that's a part of being a thief, because being a thief is the worst you could be. You take it from somebody that work hard for theirs, but you don't want no one to take from you. So you have to look at the right way. I used to break in houses. So, you know, what I lose the other day? Okay, the other day, I left my speaker somewhere. I had a big speaker, put it down, had some stuff with me, and I walked away and left the speaker. I'm debating, should I go back and get it? Or me leaving that speaker behind was me leaving all the noise and stress and hate that I had behind me. I said, I'd rather roll with that one. I left the speaker. Speaker cost about 500. Harman Kardon, somebody found it. But that's irrelevant. I didn't look for it. I didn't go through none of that, you know? And I'm going to say this. We got 2,200 people in his here. Let me bring my peoples up, man. We got 2,200 people in here, family. In 25 minutes, we got over 2,000. I don't understand why my likes is only, unless they texted me wrong or something, why my likes is 273 out of 2,000. Come on, man. Pick that up, man. I know the content fire. Look at the brothers giving you all them jewels. But when you get involved with a rat bastard or you get involved with the government, you understand? They always going to cross you. See, no honor amongst thieves is why they're stealing, because they're doing this to up each other, is why they're robbing to take from the poor to bring themselves up. So they don't care nothing about none of that. So that's the no honor amongst thieves. But when you on the street and you selling drugs and you doing something that you depend on a man to watch your back to save your life, we talking about a life or death instant situation. When you put your trust in somebody like that, you know that he got to be honorable like you. If you don't think he honorable like you, don't put your trust in him, because if you put your trust in him and then things turn sour, you can't get mad at him. Am I right or wrong? Speak on that, gentlemen.
Well, I mean, one thing about, man, any type of, man, let's just use the term, if we was on 60 Minutes, narcotics trafficking, you got to trust somebody. You got to trust somebody that you get a product from, or you got to trust somebody that you give a product to. So it's all that people talk about you don't trust. Trust is a part of that type of situation. Now, if I get a call from my man, and I don't want to use a name because it could be, you know, it could be some rap behavior. But if I get a call from my man in prison and I'm jamming, I'm a type of dude that can move, you know what I mean, hundreds of joints. And my man say, holler at this person, I got to trust my man 100% to do that. I'm not the only person to know this. This is not no exclusive information. This could go from the top of the totem pole to the bottom. And then when I go to meet that person, now I got to trust the person. And the person saying, yo, your man told me to introduce you to another person. And now I got to trust this person. And at the end of the day, when we make the agreement to all trust each other, and a person send me, you know, what's equivalent to Antarctica of work, and the peoples is the feds, who am I supposed to blame, bruh? Like, forget all this, is he a rat or is he not a rat? Who am I supposed to blame? So what we gonna say now? Like, I've been getting a bunch of wild comments about me just covering the matter, but what we supposed to say? Demetrius made a mistake?
A mistake that would cost you your life in the street. I know a rat bastard that just got his head torn off. You know what I mean? Just came home, been telling in and out, and they finally caught up with him. You know? Did I shed a tear? No. Did I give a crap? No. You know? And that's because he violated the very morals and principles that I stand on. So right there, he don't get a warrior's burial. You just get left in the side of the road and let the other rats eat you up, you know, and that's that. But it's like, I can't understand how somebody could go out and do something with someone and then tell on them. That's like you in the woods walking and your friend sprained his ankle and you say, man, I'm out of here. And you don't help him walk out that woods. You know what I mean? So now the feds pick you up. The Fed, oh, where my man at? My bag boots. Yeah, my bag boots. I done fell asleep, you know, little things kicking in and all that. I tell you morning, I'm just chilling right now. I had my little drink. I early morning drink this early in the morning. Is that crazy or what? But you know what? I used to say, Eon, yeah. Let's take Bootsy on a ride together, right? Yeah. You know, we in the penitentiary, we in Lee County, you know, and we outside, and you like, yo, I know you went on a visit, your man went on a visit, I know you got something to smoke, let me get some money, I'm trying to whoa, and we do what we got to do, you know, and I'm like, all right, Carl, come check me after lunch, you know, right, check me during lunch because the move is longer. So I go up in the cell and I'm chilling, I'm up there smoking and I'm drinking my little white lightning and I'm chilling, and then Eon walks in the room, you know what I mean? But, you know, when you bonding like that, you understand what I'm saying? And then you tell on a man, you understand? It gives me the chills and shivers to even say that.
It hurts.
You understand? I'm just saying because I love you, brothers. You understand? And Bootsy, you already know when I went down, you could have went with me.
Facts.
You understand what I'm saying? You know you could have went with me. Facts. But you knew that that's not even a thought when it comes to me.
I was sleeping good in my cell.
You understand what I'm saying? And then you came out, lived your life, took it to this level. I come home, you say, okay, big bro, I got you. This is what they doing. I'm gonna school you. And that's what a soldier do. That was my soldier that I raised him, and now he's a general, along with other people raised him too, not saying me alone. But, you know, now he's a general. So as a general, you understand what I'm saying? His general come back wounded from war. When I say wounded, I mean dead broke. Because the feds take everything and strip you. And that's why I could never cooperate, because you already took everything from me. Now you want to take my honor? That's the only thing I have control of, is my honor. And the only way to take my honor with me is to not open my mouth.
Facts.
And like I said, this man right here, y'all done heard the stories that me and him hustled and all that together. So you already know I could have told on him. But when I come home wounded from war, he took me to Queen's Flip to give me a hand up, not a hand out, to start this YouTube movement. That's what my brother you're looking at did. You understand what I'm saying? And from there, I just took off and boom, you know? And then I had to talk him into, don't you got a YouTube channel you used to play with? Because you know all about this. Man, start your shit back up. What you doing?
Facts.
And I pushed him to start it back up.
Facts.
When it was shut down.
Yep.
And then we got my brother Eon up here. My man from the penitentiary. He gave me a book, man. If y'all don't go buy this book, y'all deserve gunshot, gunshot, gunshot. No lie from my heart, because if it was some trash, I would tell him to. But this is one of the best books I ever wrote. And this was a part of the inspiration that I could write my own story when I read that book. And he didn't even know this. I'm telling this for the first time. And I'm going to tell you the title of the book, Fast Lane. That joint is a movie. Listen, I've never read a book more than once, Egon. I read that book about a total of 3 times from going to the hole. And you know how books pass around that we leave behind?
Yeah.
And the book was on the cart when they came by with the book cart while I'm locked in the shoe and nothing but my underwear and t-shirt and a pair of on flip-flops. That's why I can't stand these dudes that wear them in public. Why would you willingly wear flip-flops when the government forced you to wear it? Do you know I had all kinds of beef with the feds? Because certain jails you go to, they tell you they want you to wear, what they call it, they tell you they want you to wear jellies on the visit. Remember the jellies?
Yeah.
They give you some jelly beans that females wear. These shoes called jelly beans. And they want you to wear this to go see your wife, your kids, your mother, father wearing some girl flip-flop plastic jelly beans. And then I come home and I see dudes wearing this willingly and no one is forcing them. I mean, that's just how it affected me. That's why I can't stand the flip-flop in public rat bastard. All right, but anyway, back to Eon. When I read Fast Lane, man, and Fast Lane, y'all got, tell them where to get Fast Lane, man. That's
you can get it from EonWilliams.com, or you can get it from Amazon. Amazon to get it to you about 1 day sometime.
All right. So that's what I'm saying. But Eon now, Rob. Eon, when I read that book, I just learned how to read. You know what I mean? I just learned how to read because I just learned how to read. I got my GED and learned how to read in 1998. You know what I mean? 64, 34 and 9. So I was like 34 years old at the time, whatever it come up to, right? But when I learned how to read, I read slow. Like I just told Eon, he showed me a bunch of legal papers. I said, yo, I don't do my show like that. That's too much research. That should take me about 3-4 hours to read. But I already know how you move. It's only going to take you about 30 minutes. But one thing that I noticed, there's certain states that the blacks in that state, their educational level is up there. You know, DC, Detroit, dudes from Detroit that I met, DC, like the Midwest area. Those type of dudes is real articulate, like they took them to a special kind of school or something, or they just wanted to learn maybe. But
I mean, and you see a bunch of them in the law library.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, you know. But Eon, when I read that book, it made me go back to my cell and just start writing on a piece of paper. That's how Raw in Harlem started from when Eon was way back there, you know, 2003, 4, right around there. When we back there, I started writing one little, you know, chapter every night of what I remembered. And I stayed in the timeline and kept going. I just all the good stories that I would normally share with my cellie, because I had a cellie at the time, but he wouldn't understand these stories. So I had no one to talk to when they closed the door. So I just sat there and, you know, started writing with a pen, and I didn't even know how to write. I'm just learning, so you can imagine what it looked like. When I took it to the dude to type it, a dude from DC was the typer. He had 2 twin daughters, right? When I took it there to get it typed, I had to explain to him the words I said, and he took the paper out and fixed every goddamn. He rewrote the whole thing with me in the library for a move, and then typed it for the next move. I went through all that for Raw in Harlem, but that's because I knew I could do it, because I read Fast Lane by Eon Williams, and that joint blew my mind. Anytime that book came in my cell while I was confined, I read it. And that's the only book I ever did that. But my favorite book, though, no disrespect to you, Eon, is that kid, Al Sadiq Banks.
Oh,
he got
Block
the joint
Party?
Stick Up. Yeah, Block Party with the mayor.
Shout out to my man Al Sadiq. Shout out to New Jersey, man. Brick City, man.
They don't understand. These are the prison movies. These are books when you locked in a cell 24 hours a day, 23 hours a day, and you reading certain things. When you could read something and you become there and you escape where you at here, that's when you know that's a writer. That Al Sadiq Banks had a series called The Block Party. It started with, I think, Stick Up. Yo, that's another author, man. But let me get back to this. It's a morning show, so we just rock it. Yo, we got 3,500 people in here, right? We got 3,000
to the people in the group.
Yeah, check it. We got 3,500 people, and we only got 411 likes. Do y'all see anything wrong with that? They disrespect you like this too on your show, or it's just me they disrespecting?
Yeah, that's wild. Hit that like button, man.
All right, now let's move on. So now we over there. So what do y'all think about, because we riding, what do y'all think about little Meech and the situation he's in? Like, you know, he had everything going for himself, and then his father come home, he happy, and then his father crash and bump his head.
Well, I look at it like he was young, man, and everybody's saying he didn't have no money for his pops when he came home. These young boys, you know how it go when you're young and have a lot of money. You have a whole bunch of money at a young age. And you know, we run through money with like it's lightning. So I can't blame him for, the way he spent his money. And, he probably didn't have that right person in his ear about how to spend his money. And I was also saying, well, maybe his pops would have been talking to him from jail. Put up $500,000, keep that to the side just in case. But maybe that didn't happen. Maybe you know how these young dudes are, these young kids. Our kids don't want to listen to us until something happened, all of the above. And then now leaking into his father having a problem with 50 Cent. He was a baby when his father was locked up. So he probably still didn't understand street ethics, street morals, that once your father, your mother, your brothers go through something with somebody and you still got love for them, you're going to have long distance love with them and stand by your father. And now this got him caught up in that situation, because now 50 showed you that once I got problems with your father or your brother or anybody, I can't rock with you no more. But nobody taught young Meech that. 50 learned that growing up because he grew up around Black Justin, you know, a bunch of other guys that know those morals and ethics. So I'm sorry. I feel bad for him that he didn't learn it, but we can't hold him at fault because he didn't learn that street ethic and street moral. But loyalty should have been learned regardless if you're from the streets or not. But sometimes these kids they're growing up now, they green with learning and knowing stuff. So that's my take on that.
All right. Yeah, so that's where we at. But now let me speak on that, right? Oh, you got something to say about that? This morning show, we just talking. Where you at, Eon?
I agree with Boosie, man. I mean, he said it exactly the way I was thinking, even in his own way. You know, just to add on to it a little bit, like when he was talking about Lil Meech not knowing his position, like you supposed to know your position, and you never supposed to reveal nothing like that. Because pen this here. Now, I don't know how recent that video is with him and Rick Ross talking, but Rick Ross will never look at him like he cool. You did? So he didn't also, not only is he kind of out of luck with 50, but even with Ross, I don't think it's gonna ever be no situation where he gonna look at him like, you know, I like you, Shawty. I think that's gonna be a problem. But as Boosie pointed out, you know, Shawty supposed to have been, I'm not gonna say supposed to, it is what it is. But if he would have been educated in some things like Boosie mentioned, 50 grew up around certain things and he could have learned certain things in the streets. Shawty just don't have that in the he don't have that in the arsenal. So, you know, sadly, he don't know how to play the situation. He don't know how to play this at all. Like he ain't grew up in the game according to what I understand. So, you know, I think Shawty in a bad situation. He played himself, but one thing I probably can't mention, they said that it was some type of post in his close friends where he found it funny about something that was going on with his father and that, you know, people gonna screen record you. 50 alleged that he saw that and that, you know, he knew he was a snake and he needed to be treated like his father. So that's my take on it.
Hold on. What was that he saw on the tape? I didn't hear about this one. What was that?
Yeah, I didn't even watch the video, but it was some type of video where they was alleging that Big Meech had a response to whatever was going on with 50 Cent or at least the social media platform. And they alleged that Lil Meech and his close friends on Instagram shared something to the fact that he found it humorous. And they said somebody sent it to 50 and 50 said, okay, I see you think it's funny.
I hear that, bro. I hear that. You know, this is what's going on, right? This how going with 50 Meech, Little Meech I'm talking about, right? 50 got a beef with the daddy, right? 50 right now, he's standing on morals. You understand? See, being that 50 is in the entertainment game. Let me get a little ride here, right? Being that 50 is in the entertainment game, right? He could straddle the fence and what the social media call work with a rat. Not saying that Meech is a rat, because like I said, he still got wiggle room, as my brother used. But he got Meech labeled as a rat. You understand? He figured that he was going to harbor that rat so he could eat from the rat. That's like when we in prison, when the dude come that, you know, millionaire come to the pound, no matter what race, black, white, Spanish, Chinese, whatever, somebody from that race is going to push up on him to do what they call the soft press. You understand? And if he's hot, you understand? It ain't even no soft press. It's straight up. Look, we know you hot. In order to stay here, this is what you got to do. You know what I mean? And now he either pay it or he gets stabbed up and go, or they might be nice enough to let him allow him to go. You know, but either way, how it go, when you dealing, you know, 50, like I said, he cuffed him, right? So he eating off Meech. He's like, yo, you's a good boy. You's a good rat. Yeah, it's a good rat. You know what I mean? Just chill out. I got this. Meech come home now, and Meech looking around with everybody around what he had. Meech is looking like everybody around me got what I had, and I'm wearing a jumpsuit. You saw those pictures that had a Meech up there? They couldn't even put him in a casual outfit, a decent short outfit. And I'm not dissing them. I'm just keeping what it is. What they did was from the door, I seen it coming. They was humiliating Meech. They took him to go back. They wouldn't brought the man teeth on TV. That's something that you do and you take the video, but you don't put it out into the world before man get right. You show what he did to get right when he's back to being a millionaire and Meech running the Fortune 500 company, but legal now instead of a drug empire. That's where I'm at. So 50 knew exactly what was going on. So he rocking him to sleep. Him and Tammy already talked, and I know he asked Tammy straight up from she came to him. Yo, I ran your name and I already seen it that, you know, you got government informant written on you, you know. Are you a rat bastard? You know, gunshot. You know, this what she asked him. Are you a rat bastard? And he said, and she said, but, you know, and now she comes clean. And 50 said, that's between me and us. This is about Meech. None of this is on Meech. You know what I mean? So we good. So then Tammy says to 50, you know what I mean? Allegedly. Tammy says to 50, yo, check it out, bro. I got to tell you this, though. And this between me and you, because we're going into business together and we partners, you know? I told on a couple of people and I credited over to Meech. And 50 said, hold up. You lock dudes up for Meech? And she said, no. I lock Meech friends up for Meech. What? This 50. I lock Meech homeboy, Coffee, whatever white, whatever the name. I don't follow this crap because this is stupid to me. But I'm just having fun because I can make money off it and help my brother's numbers blow up because they helped and got me for my numbers to blow up. So this is for y'all because this is something I'm giving to my brothers. Right now we got 4,500 people in here. And I need all y'all to go to my brother's pages and subscribe. But as I'm saying is, Tammy and 50 already talked and they knew what time it was that Tammy either did tell and do it this way, that way. That's why 50 is moving the way he's moving, meaning he's throwing it out there. And could you imagine 50 Cent sneak recording somebody? I mean, y'all put in the comments. I don't know if he did or he didn't, but I don't know if she was aware of it. If she was aware of it, then it might have been, just a role rehearsal. And they were just saying it the way they want to say it. But could you imagine them doing that, though? Let me bring them up here, man.
In the art of war, everything goes.
Mm-hmm.
Everything goes. And then you're going to use that ammunition to fire back and to make sure that you're not looking crazy with what you're saying. So now he's going to use that to back up what, and let's get it clear. 50 still ain't say out of his mouth that Meech is a rat either. He just put out memes on Instagram and all that stuff, and people just took it and ran with it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what he utilized that for, art of war. If he has the access to do it like nobody else has, he went and utilized it. So now, like you said, allegedly, if she did and he did record her, that's probably what's going to come out on the documentary that everybody's waiting for.
I had a thought. I waved my finger because it was something you said. I mean, this whole thing is just it's like comical to me because it's so much content in this stuff. You know what I mean? For a person to say they broke in 2025 when you got black people eating each other back out, and you could report on it and don't have to be negative about it, still keep your moral compass, and get paid.
Facts.
I want to give you all a round of applause. I'm gonna give you all a round of applause. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give him a round of applause. Bootsy done brought me in. I come home, Eon already had a channel and he was playing with it or whatever. I talked to Eon, I gave him the same pep talk I gave Bootsy. Let's get this up. We gonna do this. Right or wrong?
Right.
And I pushed him, you know what I mean? He said, but I ain't even monetized. I can't even get in my page. This man started from so much of a scratch that he couldn't even get in his previous page and had to start a brand new page. And he stuck with it. That's the key, sticking with it. Nothing happens overnight.
Consistency sells. And
I mean?
I want to thumbs up Eon too, because the last time we did one of these on your channel, after we got off, he was trying to get into it. And we was giving him a few pointers and all
exactly.
That. And he stuck with it, right? And now I've been seeing him on different platforms, and he's highly respected out here as a person that knows that paperwork, and people, when they hear it come from his mouth, they respect it even more. So I watched him come from scratch too and reach to where every time I see him up there, I be bragging, that's my man right there. I met him through my brother Unique. We met him at a party, at Anton White party. Show me mad love. That brother came from scratch, and look at him now. So you saying everything right, you nigga. I'm proud of him too.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Bro. But I'm saying that's why I gave the statement, because I feel like riding. That's why I gave the statement where I said, right now, listen to this. And Eon, I want you to break this down, and then Bootsy, but this for both of y'all, but for you first, because Bootsy already heard this. So I don't want him to say what he thinks. I want to hear how you respond to this. Now, Bootsy is my little homie from back in the day. Now I come home, he's calling me little homie, and I'm calling him big homie. And he said, yo, big homie, I don't feel comfortable you calling me big homie. You know what I mean? And I said, what are you talking about? He said, nah, you know, you're the big homie. I said, nah, brother, I've been gone for 3 decades. You had 3 decades of young men that you raised, that you became a big homie. So you're now my equal in the homie standards, because you're their big homie. They don't even know me. My big homies is your age and older. You understand? So that's how we bridge the gap. And I say this, and this the question to you, meaning because he was my soldier. You understand what I'm saying? And now I'm home, and he's making general moves. And I come home, whether I got it or don't got it, is he still just my soldier, or is he the general making the moves? I look at like he's the general. So that's why I call him big homie when I talk to him. With all my youngins, to let them know that I'm giving them the utmost respect, the same respect that they're trying to give me. But I don't need any titles. You know, I'm just your brother.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yes, sir. So I feel like a lot of times, we use this term homie and big homie, interchangeably a lot of times, but you use the key word that I was already getting from what you were saying, that is a respect thing. I like to use a basketball analogy. I think Michael Jordan had a lot of respect for Kobe, but eventually Kobe became the dog. So, I think that's how that go. At this age, I got a lot of guys that I looked up to, when I was a kid. I would even say, they big homies. They are still big homies in aspects of, where they are at in their social circles, you know what I mean? But as you said, we all grow and we all get to a point in time, especially if we responsible, man, that we should be able to have not necessarily that title, but do with everything that come with that title. So, I salute you and Boosie on that tip right there, and I salute all the dudes that's supposed to be big homies that's doing what come with that.
Mm-hmm. So tell them about our story with that situation from your point of view, so I could hear it, Bootsy. How when I came home and I was calling you big homie, and how that made you feel and how we dealt with it. I can't hear you. Yo. That's you, Bootsy. Say something. We're gonna get it. We're gonna keep it moving until they get it right. E.
Yeah.
Now, that's where I'm at with that, right? But this Young Thug thing, and Young Thug not taking it all the way to trial and pleading guilty, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then people tried to jump out there and say that, oh, he talked about Gunna pleading guilty and he pled guilty. I heard Gunna's guilty plea, and I heard Thug's guilty plea.
Good point.
Gunna's guilty plea said that YSL is a gang. Young Thug's guilty plea left out whether it was or wasn't a gang. They never stipulated to that, so he could move forward with YSL like if it's a record label as what they defended it as, and they got that in the agreement. So my question to you is, how could they mix these two up, Eon, to try and make, a dude that says, yeah, we did this, we did that, and we a gang. And another dude that said, no, we wasn't a gang. I did this on my own. This is what I did. I'm pleading guilty to what Jeffrey Williams did, period. And another dude said, I'm pleading guilty to what I did. And I'm also saying for the record that they a gang and a violent gang, and that they need to be taken off the street, because that's the question the lady asked them. And now they're trying to compare that type of plea to this plea. Please teach me what I'm missing right here. This where I'm your little homie right now. You're my big homie.
I like how you said to lay the foundation for the question, because technically I know that you fully understand what it is. But let me add one more thing to what you said. when you said he pleaded guilty and he said the YSL is a gang. That's one thing, but it's secondary to the fact that he said in that plea, and I think it may have been the second thing, but don't quote me on that. But in that same plea, he agreed that he and Jeffrey Williams was in a car with drugs and a gun. Now you implicating your man and your co-defendant in a crime. That's the biggest difference for me. Now, ain't that wrong with taking no plea if you take a plea for just yourself? But in his plea, it had Jeffrey Williams and him in the car with a strap and guns as well, guns and drugs as well. So you can't do that. And it ain't nothing like it. But you know, the focusing on your point, yeah, Thug pleads for him, and ain't nobody go down with it. It's just for him. He ain't had to say that Gunna did nothing. That's gonna always be a no for me. Ain't no way around that one right there, Unique. You can't say that me and Unique was in a car with a gun, and Unique ain't agreed that he was in a car with a gun.
Hey, you know what? That takes me, all this takes me back to prison.
Yeah.
All this takes me back to prison. You know, we use the three-way calls, right? Because, they say, oh, Diddy's so violent and breaking the prison rules because using a three-way call. You know what I mean? Using someone else's pack number. I had so many of them charges make your head spin. They try to take my time. They try to, listen, they try to take my phone from me for 12 years, man. 12 years just for calling my kids to tell them I love them, I'm thinking about you. They heard every call. I never called nobody but my woman and my kids, and my mother. That's it. And they wrote me up for this and tried to take my joint for 12 years. And even the BOP department, they even threw all that crap out. Say you're supposed to be keeping family ties. I didn't hear nothing encrypting on this. But those are the rules, But I peeled it up and let them know that, Ian, look how they did me, right? How dirty they is, right? I use a dude. If I got like 3 dudes, I'm paying them for their pack number, and you only get 300 minutes a month. The pack number is what let the calls go over, go out to the person, and you can only put your numbers on your pack number, and you only get 30 numbers to put. So I'm using the phone, right? And I call at 7 o'clock in the morning just to tell my girl, good morning, baby, and I love you. I'm about to go eat breakfast, and I go eat breakfast. Then I come back in because you got to wait 30 minutes. And then at 7:35, I get back on the phone and I say, you make it to work yet? You know what I mean? She's like, nah, I'm almost there. Hold on, just call me back. I'm driving. So I hang up. I wait another 30 minutes and I hit him again. So every time I called, they added each one of those up as me using somebody else's pack number and gave me an incident report for each one of those. And they gave me 24 times I used, not the 3 that I had, the one pack number. One day I used the phone 24 times. That's only because the other dude's minutes was dead. But he just got validated. So I used it 24 times, making little 1-minute calls. And they tried to take my phone privileges to call my family, kids, and everybody for 12 years for that one pack number.
That's crazy.
So I said, oh, no, we can't do that. You know what I mean? I said, I use one pack number. They said, yeah, well, you use the phone X amount of times. I said, but what is the charge? She said, unauthorized use of a pack number. Yeah, I said, yeah, right, of a pack number, right? She said, yeah, you had someone else's pack number. I said, okay. So I didn't have multiple people's pack number. I just had one person pack number, right? She said, yeah. I said, so then how could you sit here and try and sanction me for 24 times using one pack number? I didn't dial 24 different pack numbers. Oh, you think you smart? Get out my office. Get out my office.
Sound like that 924C stacking.
You know what I mean? Yep. Exactly. Thank you. So what she come back and do now is they went back, listened to call and found some more calls on the other 2 pack numbers. So now I go back there with 3 charges. And now the new ones, she make a maybe, 10 times with this one, 5 times with this one when they put them together and I'm in front of DHO. I'm explaining myself. This broadcasts me goddamn guilty. I wrote to the appeal to the joint, and when I appealed it to them, I showed them that I used 3 different pack numbers, and I was charged with using 3 different pack numbers. There's nowhere in the BOP policy that it says, that it's unauthorized to talk on the phone, other than you violate, and then they take your phone privilege. So it didn't make any sense. But anyway, I wound up beating it, and then they told her to re-sanction me, so she wanted to give me 6 months for one, 6 months for the other, and took my phone for 18 months. I broke it down from 12 to 18 months. You know, you're in prison fighting. Is that crazy or what, though? You know, we ain't going to court in the prison for stupid stuff like this.
And if you don't stand up, you end up taking everything.
Man, I ain't never seen nothing like that. But, you know, so that's where we at with that, Rob. So Little Meech is the one that I'm really concerned with, right? And I'm concerned with Meech is that he don't know what time it is as far as how the streets move. Because when he sent 50 Cent that letter, I seen a letter that he sent 50, and he was saying, "Oh, I understand why you did that. My dad was just, you know,
text messages.
That's a text message.
Yeah, the text message. My dad was just trying to get with him to XYZ, you know. So, and you know, I'll give you the shirt off my back. Dog, the nigga accused the father of being a rat.
Right.
Forget that show. Forget that show. Go strap up, 50. That's the Meech we thought they came home. That's why I say they look like he on medication. Because he didn't even get angry for someone to have to calm him down. They should at least have him act out that he's angry. He sat there like a goofus talking about.
Little Meech should have said, "I'm not doing that show no more anyway."
Once he said that, that should have been the response when he said, "What little show, ninja?"
Yeah, shit, I ain't doing the show.
Man, screw your show, and thank you for making me a star. I'm going with my daddy.
Facts.
You know what I mean? That's what he should have said.
And can I get back to the big homie real quick to keep that momentum going? Because it's very important.
It's the morning show, man. Ride out.
Yeah, I'm ready to ride. When it comes to the big homie, right? Like I told people, when my bro come home from jail, it ain't about me. Even though I could say and poke my chest out, yeah, I'm doing this. You was the old you, and I'm doing this now. You're gonna roll up under me. No, it's a respect factor. When you was home, you made sure I was all right, at no cost, no problem, no nothing. So out of respect and loyalty, when you come home, it's a must. I put my brother back in position, not just because of all the way because of who you are and of the fact of the matter, you know things that I don't know. You know people that I don't know. So you just got to get back in position so you can get over there and pull other strings and pull me up. So this is a prime example right now for what you're saying, and I appreciate your words on this joint for even acknowledging that. My thought was put my brother back in position. Once he in position, now he gonna lift me up. Look what's happening right now. This is an example to the youth. My big brother, Unique Mega Audio, I seen him doing this podcast thing. He was getting low numbers and he was being consistent with it. But I'm like, yo, I'm gonna show you how to go ahead and put it in perspective. Put it in perspective. He never looked back. Now look at him, got me on his show and helping me push my podcast. It's called Being Each Other's Crutches. So that's why I was always going to refer to you as still my big homie, because I get a certain age, you still get a certain age. You always going to still be that, older than I am, and I'm going to be right there next to you regardless. But I respect you for saying that. And most people, I was watching a Wallow joint, and Wallow said him and Gilly get along so well because they don't have egos. Me and you don't have an ego. I know who you is. We never had no spats about nothing, money, nothing. Only thing about certain things, you might be telling me something. We just have different agreements with certain things. But other than that, the big homie is still somebody that's to be respected when they come home, and we put him on that pedestal, not because he was drug selling. No, he just went in there and been a man, and ain't bring no other men in there and take them away from their family. So that's what we celebrating. And when your man come home, you put money in their pocket. You make sure that they good. And that's going to show the youth, don't go against your brother, ever. Always make sure that you respect the man for who he is. I respect you for who you are, not for what you can do and all that. But in the same token, yes, for what you can do, that's going to make me and you better. That's going to make your family better. That's going to make my family better, all your other friends better. So that's why I say, man, you still my big homie regardless, even if you do call me big homie to you in public. Regardless.
That's a good breakdown.
What you got to say about that, Eon? I like to hear the young people talk to the younger people.
Oh, man, that's definitely a good breakdown, man. I see a lot of people say that they don't have no big homie, you know what I mean?
Oh, pause, Eon. Pause. I think we deserve a round of applause. We got 6,000 people in the building in an hour. We got 6,000 people in the back in the building, and we got 612 likes. Could we please get these likes up, or do I got to fire these gunshots? Somebody tell me something. You know what I mean? Go ahead, Eon, finish up.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying I met a lot of young guys, man, recently in the, last few years. They be saying they don't have no big homie. I feel for those that's true, that's kind of like unfortunate, man, because in a lot of these things that you learn as you grow into a man, if you come from these urban areas, you don't really learn it in the house. You learn it outside the house. You might learn the basis of those things in the house if you're fortunate enough to have parents that's gonna be there. But a lot of times, man, you walk these streets or you end up in these prisons. Sometimes that big brother or that person that been through some of those things before you. You know what I mean? That's something to have. So I see Boosie put an age on it. But like you both said, what I mean, the age factor of it is a small thing. It's more so about, the guidance that a person can give, the wisdom come from that person. Like I forgot which one of y'all said it earlier, but somebody said something about it. Someone was younger than them and they was a big homie. This is a term, this is just a term we use, whether you from, you Atlanta, you Houston, you in Sacramento, anywhere you at. It's just a term for people that understand what we looking for and what we're talking about. But, at this age, I still got dudes that, mentor me and all those things. I ain't ashamed of those things. If you don't got those things, that's unfortunate, man. So, I agree with that. And I salute Boosie for being able to even articulate that, man.
Yeah, you think, matter of fact, you feel like giving him a round of applause?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Why not?
Yo, it's 10:52. We got 6,000 people watching this. I want to thank everybody for watching this. Tell them what podcast y'all at, where to find you, follow you. We ain't ending the show. I just want to early enough, which is hours late, but the show fire, so they're going to watch it. Tell them who you are, where you from, like if the beginning of the show.
Go ahead, Boosie.
All right. Well, I'm from Harlem, New York, by ways of North Carolina. My podcast is Street Knowledge Podcast, where I'm gonna give y'all knowledge. Same thing. You come up there, I want to talk to the youth and tell them why not to sell drugs and not saying people is a rat so you can help them be able to sell drugs. No, we speaking about rats so you don't go to jail, so you don't have to rat. And I like to just give a lot of knowledge of loyalty, same thing what we speaking up here, loyalty, and give advice to certain things and certain ways to go to make things better in your life. And don't always get caught up in the world of being, you want to be better than somebody else, man, because we all we got out here, man. And if we don't look out for each other, we ain't gonna win. So yeah, I'm from Harlem. My podcast is Street Knowledge Podcast. Make sure y'all go up there, hit the subscribe button, man, and hit the notification so y'all know when I'm up there. Come talk with me, man. Whatever y'all want to know, we can do that. And you can hit me up on my IG. I am the real Big Boosie. It's spelled BOOTSIE. So yeah, y'all come hit me up, man.
Yeah, shout out to Boosie, man. I'm Eon, man. My YouTube channel is DC Blacks. My Instagram channel is DC Blacks as well. My story in short is that I wrote a few books while I was in prison. I went to prison at 16. I came home at 33. I was taught, like a lot of people like to say they taught themselves, but I was taught how to go through them law books by some old timers. And you can check out any of my books on Amazon.com. And big shout out to Boosie and Unique. And I mean, if you're interested in any type of content that you hear us discussing, you definitely can come to the DC Blacks channel and check out my own DC unique perspective of it. And other than that, man, I just want to salute out to everybody in the chat, man. And everybody's out here trying to make a way for themselves. Other than that, it's a perfect day to go get some money.
All right. So that's what it is. Boosie, y'all. Eon, read the comment. Hold on. Somebody called. Oh, yeah, y'all could call in, man. My bad. Oh, nah, this is my man. Yeah, this vibe overseas. Hold up. Yo, what up?
Blessed Mecca, y'all. Everything good?
Yes, man. I do a live show now, so y'all be here.
Oh, you do a live?
Yes.
When you finish, you can give me a knock. We'll come have a business proposition I put here.
Yeah. Okay. As long as it's legal money, we good.
No. We ain't had a plan push thing.
All right.
No
Hey,
plan push thing.
Tell the people where you calling from.
Shout out to Mecca. Great, Yankee Bless original from UK. And you don't know we do it already. We say big up Mr. Adisha Palmer, Mr. Bailey, Sapo, a wine merchant. He's an individual who got introduced to the Mecca himself. And we take it from this. And bless up your daughter, my lad, because you don't know we do it already. We say no distraction.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right.
So Yankee Bless out. More knockings.
All right. One. Yeah, yes. That's my man Yankee Bless from over in the UK. I got people all the way in the UK calling me with business propositions, and I was sitting in a 2x4 cell drinking White Lightning, smoking weed, waiting on Eon to come pick up some stamps to get his hustle on. You know what I mean? Like, how better can you get it than this? Somebody tell me, how better can you get it than this? Now, I'm here with Eon and Bootsy, man, and I'm a free man. You know, what y'all think about the comment on the front? Cuff was connected to Suarez through Tammy by Meech. Explain that. Eon, you got that.
I think, man, the people that support Meech or the people who don't support Meech got to agree on that fact. I mean, all parties agree on that. Defense, prosecution, and the government. That's what my point was way back in the beginning when the guy, D35, I believe was his handle. Man, that's the issue for me, bro. Like, I don't care if it's never seen that he said do this or do that, unless he can explain that away, bro. Like something ain't right about it. And I don't got to beat a dead horse. How would you feel if your man connected to you somebody and they was an informant? Like we keep using rat. You know what I mean? Rat could be used, but this was way bigger than rat. This was a paid informant. This person that made hundreds of thousands of dollars setting people up. That's a serious situation. That's something that got to be addressed before you can even hang it. Like whatever plaque you had on the wall for Demetrius, them Jones got to come down. Them Jones is like, it's an asterisk. It's almost like he won a race, man, on steroids. You can't do that. Can't hear you, Unique.
Hold on. I got a caller on the phone. Tell him where you're calling from and who you are. And 267 that's calling, I will call you back after this. So listen for your call. Go ahead, family.
Yeah, this is ZB straight from Dade County, Miami, and I want to get some clarification on this because you know the Lil Meech situation is unfortunate, but you know if you really grew up like down here in Miami, a lot of them boys from BMF was down. I mean, I got pictures with these dudes back when I was 18, 19 years old. Them boys used to tell us to stay out the streets. You know what I mean? So it's just the fact that, you know, I really truly believe what Big Meech did because we've been hearing about the snitching allegations back then because a lot of people don't understand in perspective. Lou Da Vinci was trying to be in the BMF series, but something got blocked with him, and that's what really set him off. And I was literally in the studio with him as a kid, and he was talking about this. So, I mean, I just feel for Lil Meech, you know what I mean? Because back in the days, I mean, he went out with Raw's daughter. If anybody from Miami, they know about Miramar High School. Raw's daughter used to go to Miramar. They went to prom together. They got whole pictures together that we know down here in Dade County.
But if that's the case, that's even more reason for this dude not to go over there and cross the line because he forgave the son because the son is different in that situation.
I believe he did that without his son knowing. And I believe you got to understand Meech was, you know, Meech used to do pills. You know, Meech really from Broward. Because if you know Kodak, you know, the dudes who signed the Sniper Gang, they really grew up with Meech. Like in, you know, I think he like from Liberia or one of them hoods. Like
he from Detroit. What Meech you talking about?
I'm talking about Lil Meech.
Lil Meech. I'm talking about Lil Meech.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Lil Meech. Lil Meech really. You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, Lil Meech grew up in Broward. Like he was born in Broward and everything. So we were seeing and we was hearing how Lil Meech's mom used to have to go to work and she was struggling and everything. You know, it wasn't a situation where like dudes from BMF couldn't help them. The boys was going through their own situation. You know what I mean? And I'm around the boys doing that. And I was a kid, again, like I'm saying, just to keep it on a positive note, they was telling us those, and we souls down here. You know what I mean? They like, man, y'all boys, now we in the Hit Factory. And this was around the time when Lil Wayne was walking around the Hit Factory with the F Cash Money scully on. So there's a lot of ins and outs to it. I just don't want Lil Meech to catch the whole fight because, you know, even though Lil Meech, you know, it's hard, like the 48 Laws of Power say, avoid stepping in the great man's shadow on the great man's shoes. So my old boy, my dad, my father, you know, he come from a hood. He come from a whole clique called Fat Boys. And he did 27 years off of conspiracy. I've been arrested 8 times, so I know what Lil Meech go through. My heart goes out to him because it's hard growing up without a father. And I'm still in my 20s. You know what I mean? So
how old are you?
I'm 27.
Damn, I thought you was older than that. You got all this history. Go ahead, finish.
Right.
Yeah. So, you know, I mean, yeah, you know, so it's like when all that was going on, your generation, to be honest with you, y'all 3 generation is the generation that really left our generation because so many people got locked up through the indictments. You know what I mean? So we really out here, our mamas dealing with all these different dudes, you know what I mean? And they really dealing with our mom because they heard who our daddy was. You know what I mean? So we forced to rebel. Look, at we refuse. Our mom's trying to force us to call these different boyfriends daddy, and we not going for it. You know what I mean? So going to the streets wasn't a situation. It was like, oh, we trying to be cool. Going to the streets was like, man, I'm going to school, and me personally, I'm an only child. So it's like when I'm going outside my God, my dad never had a high school diploma because he was a straight immigrant. So when I was able to graduate from an alternative school, I'm seeing Lil Meech and them, and there's some other few dudes, you know, I don't want to mention them, like, you know, Convertible Burt them got a son. You know, Vonda, I don't know if you know Vonda from Overtown.
Yeah, Vonda from Overtown.
Yeah, she got kids, you know. It's a lot of dudes that, again, like in your generation that really did it back in the days, and all we used to do was hear stories. And it was just like, man, we got to live up to this expectation. And it was just like, it leaves you in the confusion because you want to do good because the streets ain't nothing, to be honest with you. I hate the streets. You know what I mean? Like, I swear to God, like, I wish I was never a part of it because your friends try to backdoor you with the girls. They don't know why the girls like you. You know what I mean? Like, the big homies, I know y'all was talking about big homies, man. The big homies, man, they coming to your high school, they come to your colleges, they trying to talk to the girls around your age, you know? And why they trying to do that? They trying to belittle you in front of them. They trying to say, oh, I remember you when you was this and that. In front of the women, they trying to embarrass you. So what you gonna do? You know what I mean? You in a do or die situation. Like, you gonna be a man? Or you gonna be, you feel me? You just gonna be a carpet and let people walk all over you, and they know who your daddy is, they know who your peoples is. And I mean, just to get off the whole subject, my cousin, if you go researching, my cousin who I talk to like almost all the time, his name Johnny Charles. They used to call him the Angel of Death in Miami. And he's from the Terrorist Boys, and it's a whole nother backstory behind that. But man, you know, man, I feel for Lil Meech. You know, I'm not blaming 50 because I met 50 back when I was 21 years old, and he was one of the nicest. You know, I don't know if I curse niggas because that man was the only one. Like, he stopped all his staff. He was like, "Come here." He took my number down and everything. He told me, "Man, look." He put his hand. He shook my hand. He was like, "Man, the only thing I'm asking you is to stay out the streets." So I can't talk all bad, man. Like, behind closed doors, man, them boys really looked out. They hurt my heart for all this.
Man, that was a good one. That was a good one. Man, that one left me speechless. You spoke so articulate.
Facts.
And the point you made about our generation left you and your mothers was out there talking to all these different men. None of them you could look at as a father or daddy. They just talking to your mother.
Listen, I had a man pay me $5 $1 bills and tell me, man, just don't come in the room while he went in the room with my mom, man, in Miami.
You know what I mean? Come on, man. You females looking at this, you know what that do to a child?
Wow.
How did that make you feel, though? Tell them how that made you feel.
I mean, it made me feel, I mean, you know, my mom, she always, ever since my old boy, my dad got locked up for the conspiracy and Lil Haiti that happened, it was a situation where every boyfriend that she had, she always felt like, well, this could have been my life. So she always used to remind me she used to have an abortion. I mean, I'm talking about my mom used to literally cry and be like, man, I should have had an abortion. I could have had a better life with this man. While your dad locked up, he can't do nothing for me. Forget him, his family, because my grandma was locked up for cocaine. My grandma ended up doing 7 years in the feds. So it was like, I not only got my dad, but I don't got my dad's mother. So it was like, you know, but I didn't care about it because, you know, I used to listen to Tupac a lot. You know, Tupac used to make me feel like that was cool. You know what I mean? Like, man, fuck it. I'm going to just go outside, sell weed, sell crack. You know, TurboTax came around that time. So I was doing my little thing. But as time went on, it was just like it got old. You know what I mean? So it was really heartbreaking, to be honest with you. And it really affects me today as a man because I don't look at women the same. You know?
So how do you look at women?
I'm really cautious because I see like, you know, the girls that I see nowadays around my age that have children, I think they're more about themselves more. I'm really, like, I would say, sensitive to women who have children and they have a single child, like they have a son and that's their only son, you know what I mean? And they left the dad or whatever because he's not making no money because it's all about money. And in Miami, you know, we got dudes who got millions in the streets. You know, they go to the voodoo lady. A lot of people don't know that, how dudes be staying out here with all that money. You know, them boys, they make their money. You know, they probably go back there, they go to the woo lady in Little Haiti, they pay their whatever. You know, they got their little protection. They ain't got to probably get locked up with nothing, but something else happened to them, like a car accident. But that's something else. And it's just like, it made me not really trust women, and I just see the spirit of evil in them. But, you know, I really look at women very, very, very careful. Like, you know, by the way they talk, it don't matter how good you look. It just, because, you know, they used to tell me, like, my mom was one of the most beautiful women in the whole North Miami. And the way she turned out, it was just like, you know, you can't be biased with women nowadays, no matter what woman is in your family. It's like, that's one thing I had to learn. I still respect my mom, but every clothes on my back, I got it from my money. My dirt bike got it from my money. My car got it from my money. This is my third apartment under my name. I got from my money. You know what I mean? Like, anything from the streets, all my friends, I got that from fighting and, you know, doing what I had to do after that. So it was like I was used to earning a lot of stuff because my mom left me at 12. She wanted to go live with her boyfriend at the time and his 3 kids. And it was just, I really learned through my grandparents, especially my grandfather, because he was the trendsetter with coming to the country. And he was the only one that got a house. And all his 5 kids still stay at the house to this day, even after he died. But he always made it a point to instill in me, like, even though your dad is in prison and, you know, he did all this stuff in Little Haiti, listen, man, you gonna be, you know, let me tell you, this is how you do it. You know, he showed me how to flip the work. So I was just like, man, you know what, that's what I'm gonna have to do. And I ain't care if I went to jail. And to be honest with you, jail wasn't nothing for me. You know, when I got to jail, I got so comfortable with the CEOs. I got so comfortable with the inmates. It was like, everything was a joke to me. You know, not to glorify it, but that's why I don't understand the snitching allegations, because, you know, when we was locked up, and the last time I've been locked up, I'll say that was like, 2021. And that's when I seen prison for a couple of years at South Florida Reception Center. It was like, it was still the same. It was like every dude who I got locked up with back when I was a jit, everybody just graduated. You know, you went to juvenile, you went to the program, which program is like juvenile prison. And then now you're in prison, but like you got every dude from out the state in the same prison with you. And y'all like, man, boy, you here? You like, yeah, boy, you here? And we all just talking. So time kind of went by fast. Whoever got into fights, that was just fights or whatever. But it was never like that. But I would never understand a snitch. I would never understand it. That's like the most, you know, because my dad got snitched on, and that really took so much out of my life, bro. I wish that I had a good mentor in my life, but people were so scared to mentor me because my mom, she was so manipulative. She would tell people how hard-headed I was. She would tell people I'm disrespectful because I didn't want to call her boyfriend's dads. And I was looking for that man in my life to, like, you know, I don't care if it was my uncles, you know, but my uncles always had
That was real deep, man. That was real deep. But man, all I'm gonna say, man, you're a very intelligent, articulate young man, and it's good that you was able to process what you've seen in your life that led you up to where you are in your life, like you said, being arrested 8 times or whatever. So at least you got a grip on what the foundation is. So now you just got to shake those roots loose and spread some new branches. You know what I'm saying? And it sounds like you're on the right path, man. This is my number. Text me your name if you want to keep in contact. We can most definitely do that. And I'll be, your big brother, not your daddy.
No, I got you, bro, man. I appreciate you, man, just even picking up, man. All power to God for that, man, for everything you said, man. Keep going, man. Be prosperous.
All right. Thank you, family. I appreciate you. Y'all want to say something to him, Boots?
Yeah, man. He spoke very articulate, man. I thought you was way older than how you sounded as well, my brother. And keep your head straight, because you're on the right path. For you, it's like a person that used drugs. In those classes, they tell you the first thing that make you be able to get to win and get off drugs is admitting the problem first. And you admitting the problem. You hate the streets. You witness jail, so you know that it's a problem. And your next step now is to go out there and create something positive. It's too much going on. We got the power of the internet, can make a lot of money. You can market whatever and sell whatever off the internet. So you're on the right path, my brother, and I commend you.
Yeah, I commend you as well, bro, man. You know what I'm saying? Keep thinking for yourself. Think outside the box. You know what it is. You got it all figured out right now. You just got to apply it, man. I salute you, bro.
All right, let me call my man back, D35, see what's up. If you call and I don't answer, I'll call you back, so listen out for the call back, all right?
Yo, what's up?
What's good? What's good?
No, I'm just I want to comment on the Meech situation.
You do know you live, right? Hold on, you do know you live, right?
Yes, sir.
No, I just like to say that because I don't want nobody to get up here and later on say they called me and didn't tell me. And I know it's a lie, but I just try and keep my honor intact. But go ahead.
Oh no, okay. So I just got a question. So if Meech orchestrated to deal with Cuffy and Suarez, why is he isn't on the indictment? Why is he not indicted? Either he corroborated or he an agent to me.
You see what I'm saying? That's how YouTube is. I love the way you said that, right? And we're gonna have a good, intelligent conversation. You just went right to all the things that fit that he's a rat bastard. You didn't look at it like maybe he wasn't on the paperwork. That's what I'm waiting to find out. You know what I mean? They say, oh, he wasn't on the paperwork and he did this and he did that. We're going to find out. You know what I mean? And go ahead. Because they don't hide nothing because they got to justify everything they do. So they can't hide nothing.
Yeah, so from my understanding, he was originally on the paperwork according to like Blue Da Vinci. He was originally on it, and in the document, in the latest documents with Cuffy, his name is put out there that he did orchestrate the meeting between them two, but he didn't know. So like he claimed that he didn't know, but if I didn't know something, if I didn't know this person I'm dealing with is the feds or a federal informant, and I give her a play about some drugs or something illegal, I automatically just put myself into this indictment or this conspiracy.
Exactly.
So I'm speaking from the OGs that like did their time and came home, because like the real ones know, like if you if you tell me you got a play for me and tell me to holler at whoever, and the person you tell me to holler at is the feds, how can you say you ain't had nothing? You got me jammed up, bro. Like, I don't understand that, how people try to like, what more do you need? Like, I don't understand. Like,
yeah, say you see more than I seen. That's why I'm telling y'all to tune in to DC Blacks and Street Knowledge podcast. DC Blacks break down the intricacies. Like, I didn't know nothing about him being on the indictment and off the indictment, taking off. I just hear these crazy YouTube videos, and then I call these two men and say, yo, I heard this crazy YouTube video. What's going on with this situation? And they younger and has been living through it when I'm just coming to it like at the end of it. So I don't have time to look back to see what I missed because I got my own life.
Yeah, you ain't got time to verify all this information.
Yeah, so that's why we got DC Blacks, Eon. He bring the paperwork up when he come. They might not like what he say, but he gonna say what it is. But that's what a journalist is. He gonna get some that love him and some that hate him. And then you got Bootsy over here that knows the intricacies of what go down because he's in the entertainment business. He was on the Dame Dash show. What's that? Mogul? What's the name of that? Tell him about some of the projects you was in.
Music Moguls. From Dame Dash joint, paid in full movie, Honor Up, Dame Dash and Kanye West movie. You know, the list goes on, man.
You know, and see, he's connected to that. So that's my ear to the entertainment, whatever, because I could trust what he tell me. And then that don't mean what he's telling me is true, but I'll be able to see my truth in that, how I comprehend that. And then I let him know my truth, and then he could walk away and either adapt it, intertwine it, or leave it alone and say, I don't agree with that shit, big homie saying, because that's the way it is. But, you know, go ahead, family. You saying something?
Okay, so I got another, like.
Hey, yo, hold up, son. Hold up. I just gave you a question. Did you hit the like button at least?
Man, I try to hit it 1,000 times, but they only let you hit it one time, man.
All right, but so you did hit it one time.
Yeah, I did the most.
Okay.
Sure.
So you hit the. Okay, let's get this right. Y'all add this up.
I hit the like button when you held the gun sideways and started clapping at me, man. So I had to.
All right. But let me say this, Bob. Now you hit the like button, and you call in and you get a chance to talk. And a matter of fact, I didn't answer because I was on the phone. You text, and then my people responded, and then now I'm calling you back, right? And
yes.
We did a great question, right? It was dope, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then now I'm thinking that we're good and I could get to the next caller, being that you're not a paying caller. Let's say that. Now you ask for another question. You don't think that deserves something on the Cash App? Just a question. Because I think the game's to be told.
Man, guess what? Send me your Cash App. I'm gonna send it to you while you live. I'm driving to the gym right now, but you gonna be laughing. You gonna be laughing like the next 5 minutes.
Yeah, I ain't worried about it. I'm just talking shit. I'll text it to you later. But nah, I'm just messing with you. But I just want people to see that you call in. First of all, I'm doing the show sitting up here an hour and a half where two of my brothers could be doing anything. And we can't even get a like. I don't understand that. And then now I put a phone number up there where you could call and talk to us. And now you talk to us. You know what I mean? And I still don't get a like. And then I don't get a Cash App. I understand. Not to my brother here, but I understand because he played. I let him answer the question. He could have said, nah, F you, nigga. I'm not giving your black ass nothing. You two pay you crap. Fuck yeah, me was up involved. You know what I mean? But as a player, he know the game is to be sold, not told. Go on to your second question. This is on me. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, no, but sure, how do I send the Cash App? Do I just send it to this number?
Yeah, I ain't worrying about that. I'll text it to you. Yeah, nah. I'll text it to you to your number when I get off.
Okay, that's bad. And I want you to tell him, like, yeah, I kept I'm a man of my word. But
and most definitely.
So I just be having this thing, like people get on my nerves, like in the comment section or just like people in general about like there's no honor amongst these, there's no rule. Like you're right, it is, but it's also rules to the streets.
Exactly.
Like you tell there's consequences to that. Like I mean, people don't mess with you no more. Like you dead, you can't do no business in there. People.
Nice. I like that. Well said, family. Thank you. I enjoyed the conversation. All right. Text me your name so I remember. All right. And I'll text you the Cash App.
Yeah, I'm D35.
Yeah, I know. So I can save it in the phone, but I can't do it now because I'm on the live. Just like I can't send it live. All right.
Okay, I got you.
All right, family. All right. Well. All right. 267 was calling. I think that's down PA area. But, you know, that's where we at, man. So, what up?
Hello?
Yeah, what up?
What's going on? Street Media TV.
You know you're being recorded, Street Media TV. Go ahead.
Absolutely, OG. My question is this, right? Cuffy being who he is, you know, he's a well-known dude in the Midwest. These allegations been out since like 2000. They've been out for a while. Meech just got released. He was in prison already walking the yard when this information was out. My question is, how was he able to walk the yard? And y'all the perfect people to ask. How was he able to walk the yard the way he did without no problems when you got this guy saying that he's a CI, he set him up. I mean, going from one prison to the next, being moved around in the feds, he came home celebrated. This stuff didn't really make traction until 50 said something, but this has been out for the last almost 5 years. And he just coming home. That's my question. Okay,
so my answer to your question, then my panel is going to answer, is that when you're in, and Eon, I want you next so you can piggy on this. If I say something wrong, you feel wrong, say it. That way they know we don't do no bias. We just give straight facts. Like you said, there's rules. Now, a dude like Meech, right? Look how hard it is to get the paperwork now and all this you got to go through. So this paperwork is not like on the computer. You got to look deep within the case, and that's what the feds do. They hide it like a needle in a haystack that nobody won't see it unless they go digging for it. You understand? So now, as far as when he's moving around, nobody knows nothing about Tammy but y'all out here. We didn't. I was in there. I never even heard of Tammy Cohen. You know what I mean? And to my knowledge, I might be wrong. Eon can answer this. I don't know of Meech being in the penitentiary. What penitentiary was he in, Eon, if you know?
He wasn't never in the penitentiary. He was in the Smoot band. He was in the Smoot program in Lewisburg. But that's what I was going to say when I got to his question. He was never he never walked the penitentiary.
Thank you. No, that's where I'm going. I'm gonna let you take over right now. But I just wanted you to piggyback so they know that we're speaking facts. It ain't no I'm saying something you agreeing with it. You're gonna articulate it your way. Now, you go to an FCI and 98% of the dudes they're told. You know what I mean? You go to the penitentiary, then you got maybe 70% that told, and I'm keeping it 100. And then you got a group of men that we stay in our circle because if we hear these suspicions like a third party corporation, we just don't deal with them. We ain't gonna go looking for no papers. We just ain't gonna deal with them. And no, they need to keep their ass over there. And that's how that move. But, to my knowledge, as I was saying, he was only in the FCI where, like I said, 98% told, but let them tell it. 100% of them is honorable men and never told, but 98% told, So he didn't make it in the penitentiary where somebody might have, been looking or digging and found something on him. He was in a place where they didn't really check paperwork. That's Big Meech. He come on the compound. He ain't got to show no paperwork in no FCI, in no medium. And that's why they kept him there. Now, for them to keep him there, I'm going to keep it 100. You know what I mean? And he getting into it. When he came out the Smooth, where did he go?
He went to another FCI. I can't remember
that's the point.
What he went to, but that's an anomaly as well.
Yeah, thank you. And that's what I'm gonna let you finish all of this that I could get off the screen and enjoy my little behind the scene. But now, he went to a maximum security SHU lockdown. That's the Smooth program, right? You stay there for at least 18 to 24 months. They fluctuate whether it's 18 or 24, whatever. Like 9 months over here with just you and your cellie to see if y'all kill each other. If y'all don't kill each other within this 9, I'm keeping it 100. If you're right or wrong, Eon.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you break the Smooth program down, because that's his channel, what he focuses on. So I don't want to take away from that. But and I give a little bit of entertainment and everything. And like I said, we share the love over here at the Mecca. But he hasn't been to a penitentiary where they check papers. You don't go from the Smooth. I'm not putting no insinuendo. I'm telling you a fact. I don't know not one man that left the Smooth and went to an FCI. Because when you go to the Smooth, you're a maximum security prison. So when you come out, they only take you down one level at a time unless they put in what they call a management variable and they waive your security level where you don't have any security level, and then they just put you down on the bottom. They're not doing that for somebody coming out of Smooth, especially somebody like Big Meech, unless they're trying to protect them. I'm just telling you how I know it play out. Not saying he's no rat, but I've never seen that.
Y'all OGs gotta break this down for YouTube because there's a lot of people talking that's never been off the porch.
Thank you.
Got an opinion. And see, guys like y'all know the difference between the penitentiary and the FCI. So what you just broke down, a lot of people don't know the difference. So when people ask, well, how was he walking the yard? You just articulated that he wasn't in the penitentiary; he was in the FCI. Most people don't know the difference, because that's the question I was asking. Like, well, wait a minute, this stuff been out. He been called a rat by a big time guy already. He was in jail safe. But the way you explained it, I understand now. YouTube is not going to explain it like that.
Yeah, because they ain't been there. They just up here just trying to make content and make up anything. But Eon, break it down as far as from your point of view, even if you say the same thing in your own words so they can hear it differently, so that they know that, you know, you've been there, done that. So they know not to go to prison, not to come off the porch. That's the only way to guarantee not going to prison. Only way to guarantee not getting hit by cars, don't take your ass in the street. Now, go ahead, Eon.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. But like the brothers already, he done caught on to what the matter is. So now when they talking about Lewisburg, if you watch any of these old YouTube videos, you might get some people could get confused, because Lewisburg used to be an open compound, a real serious penitentiary, like one of them ones you may see a movie about, where there was all type of money being made and all type of violence going on. But the federal government now has this thing where as though they lock people down, and you can't make every prison a lockdown prison. So Lewisburg has a program that's a punitive program. As he said, it's the smooth program. You go there for getting in trouble. Most dudes, that's my homies that was there when Meech was there for assault, stabbing somebody, deleting somebody. But Meech came there basically for cell phones and having contraband. So once he gets there, he's already on a specific type of level. Everybody that I know, I hear a lot of YouTubers now saying, oh, you can't do this, this is impossible. But Unique just gave you the exception, the management variable play. But all of my homies that went to the Smooth program, when they left the Smooth program, they went to a Hazelton, they went to a Big Sandy. When Meech left the Smooth program, don't quote me on this, he did go to a FCI, but I believe he went to a FCI somewhere all the way out in Oregon or somewhere, but I'm not mistaken, because he's been to a whole bunch of FCIs. I don't believe he went to Jessup from there, but that's not my point. But the anomaly or the situation is not like nobody else's situation, is that when he finished at Lewisburg, he went to a FCI. But I want to make a point out for brothers on the phone that spoke about why did none of this stuff occur. If you go back and you read, and I'm not telling you to do it because I already done it. If you go back and read the Terry White case, and there's testimony in it from Jack Harvey, and there's testimony in it from Jack Harvey, the Deion Gatlin case, in the footnotes of one of the cases, it speaks about the BOP being so concerned about the information with Tammy coming out that they locked Big Meech down, or Demetrius rather, for his own safety. So this has been an issue. And I noticed you said, it's, just come up about 5 years ago, maybe for the YouTube crowd, but for dudes that was in the streets and dudes that had big drug cases, they've been talking about this thing since it's been on pace in like 2015, when Cuffy's paperwork and stuff started to surface from the Frank Stern, which is actually 2016 when the one was published. So, people that's in the know of this stuff, not necessarily the hip hop culture or the YouTube culture, dudes that's really drug traffickers and law experts, they've been aware that there was some suspect stuff going on with this going all the way back to the Terry White case, bro. Can't hear you, Unique. Can't hear you, bro.
Yeah, they use that for security level. Huh?
No, dudes like us on the street, we know who you are. My thing is, I'm glad. I just want to thank y'all for actually you guys for speaking, because you guys are qualified to speak on this conversation. YouTube has opened up the door and let guys that's still on the porch have an opinion. But I'm glad that you guys is breaking this down to give people clarity to what's going on. But I just wanted to. I had already had the answer, but I called up to ask the question because I wanted you guys to articulate this back to the people. The difference between the USP and the FCI. But I didn't know where they had Cuffy at. But I know that the cartels and people on the street, if that dude's snitching, they already know he's snitching. They already know he's snitching. He can't get to the level that he was on and be ratting, and them guys on that level don't know. They got the information already. But that's all I wanted to say, man. Shout out to y'all.
All right, thank you, family. So that's where we don't have some good calls, man. Hold up, let me call this other one back. We don't have some good calls that articulate themselves and had good questions. But if I don't answer, that's because I'm gonna call you back, so don't bug out. But read the question on the screen. Go ahead, Eon, you got something to say?
I want to address that question on the screen. I see a lot of people keep saying, I see a lot of people keep saying, oh man, if my name is hooked up and this and that, don't call me, don't do that. That's not the way convicts operate, bro.
Thank you.
If I'm in Lewisburg and Unique, you in Colorado, you USP, and I say, yo, Unique, whether it be violent crime or drug dealing crime, and I say, yo, Unique, your paperwork, your name coming up in my paperwork, I'm going to court, bro. I'm sending you an affidavit. I'm telling you to come and support me, bro. For you not to come and support me raises a red flag. I reverse the roles. If I'm in the prison and you're in the prison and we allege to have been associates in something, you say, E, they're alleging your name in it, I am going to support the defense, bro. That's my answer to that question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello?
Yeah, we hear you. Go ahead, call on the phone, Eon. We listening.
Man, it's Black Prime TV, man.
What's
up with you?
I'm good.
What's up?
Man, it's a couple things that just is, I gotta ask myself, I keep asking myself, like, when did all this start? It really started when Whack 100 and Blue found out he was coming home. That's when Blue started pushing this snitch narrative on Meech. I thought it was to take the focus off of him in his safety valve. Because at first, everybody was talking about Blue in his safety valve. Why you got a safety valve? Whack 100 was pressing me. Then all of a sudden, Blue got the narrative to switch with Whack 100 about me snitching. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? To put the focus off of him. I know Whack 100 is not credible, fam, but I'm just saying where it started from, fam, and it started from a non-credible source. You right, 504. Absolutely right. You see what I'm saying? So now, when you go to everything everybody's talking about, it started from a non-credible source, the whole thing. You see what I'm saying? So now, it's like, if it started there, to me, all this is BS. Like, it comes from that, though. So it's stemming from BS. You see what I'm saying? Meech ain't stupid. You don't move and get money like that. He's not a stupid man. You see what I'm saying? So
let me say this, Rob. I was taught that there's two type of people in prison, right? The two type of people in prison is those that broke the law, and then you got a criminal. You understand? A criminal is one that continuously breaks the law. Someone that broke the law is someone that was riding and ran over somebody and got a vehicle homicide. You know what I mean? They broke the law. Somebody that, just got access to some drugs and started selling some drugs. They just broke the law. A criminal is someone like the young man I just talked to earlier, and not to disrespect him, but just calling a spade a spade. He said he's 27 years old and been arrested 8 times, man. That man was honest about his life. I like him a lot, and I look forward to talking to him. And I just met him on this live, and, I'm going to be there for him because he could teach me a lot because he understands what went on in the trenches while I was gone from the trenches of the 90s.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So I learned from everyone. Like, I came home and I picked Bootsy brain about everything. How they throwing parties now, how they doing this now, how they doing that now. You know what I mean? And, and I'm like, yeah, come on, big homie, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, nah, you the big homie. Nah, stop it, my nigga. You giving me game right now. So you my big homie right now. You the big homie for your generation. Because I don't care about titles, big homie, little homie. That's irrelevant. That's my man. That's my brother. But if somebody else want to say, oh, that's unique, big homie, that's dumb. And I'm not going to correct them. Nah, ain't a big homie. But, where I'm at with this is, it's like, take over, Eon.
Man, I done got caught up and engulfed in these comments and see a lot of people saying stuff. And even the brother just pointed out, I gotta, this, I don't want to play with your platform. So, on my platform, I got this thing that I've been saying about BMF. It's an ongoing joke on my platform. And I keep saying IMF. And people think I'm just bullying them and trolling them. But if you read the cases like I read the cases, bro, I know everybody who get caught up in a drug type of organization case, right? Drug conspiracy. I know that there's always informants in it, okay? But you rarely see cases that's connected to cases again, at least 3 generations down legally. they have the same informants in the same goddamn case, bro. Like at no point do we say I'm not promoting violence. I'm not promoting gangsterism. I agree with you. At no point do we say we can't deal with this person again. One person catch a case, it's the same informant. The second conspiracy comes around. The same informant is in there. The third conspiracy comes around, and we still keep saying, "Oh, they didn't know." All right, it better not be another conspiracy to come up. They got Tammy, Demetrius, and nobody else from when it's BMF in it. It should never be a fourth case with the same informant in it. Correct?
Hold on. You saying, because I don't know, like I said, that's why I got them up here and they schooling me so I could give y'all some more, street knowledge, like I'm on street knowledge podcast on the situation. Right? You're telling me, right, Eon, what you just said, what I heard you said, is that their names is on 3 different cases?
No, I'm saying that the same informants.
Yeah, the informants. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, the same informant is on 3 different cases.
Yes.
Okay.
At what point do we realize that this is an informant?
No. Once that first group go down and that person don't go down, now they become a suspect. Now, when the second one go down, after they already had the suspect title, now this is where he gets his head flown in our time. You understand what I'm saying? But now there's no consequences to the actions, so he could go do it a third time.
Correct.
You understand?
Right.
And then if you look in another 8 months, you might see it a 4th time. But
which is what I'm saying now. We should never see this again. But that's just me talking, right? Because if you read the case, right? Tammy, we just gonna say Tammy, okay? Tammy provided actionable quote unquote information monthly. So that means that there's a multitude of people, although they had a scam or a scheme to get Mexican nationals so that she would never have to testify. Jack Harvey educated on how to be an informant without ever having to testify. That's why I say that these informants, they are evolving, but it's not the regular rat that got caught in the car with something to say, oh, I'm going to tell now. This person has experience in doing this. So I take you back to the Terry White case. People don't know who Terry White is. Terry White is the guy who she cooperated against and got hundreds of thousands, well, got some tens of thousands of dollars at one point in time. But my point is that he has 3 cases. He caught a case in he caught a coke case, then he caught a dope case in 1993 when he was 20 or 21. In his case, he admits that he cooperated then. They have been friends since then. Terry and Tammy drove to see Meech together while she was recording him. Her name is in Terry's paperwork. Terry's name is in the paperwork when you read Cuffy case. And I'm just saying there's too many informants that's constantly dealing with each other at the same time, bro. And she was still going to visit this dude after she sent this dude to prison. So I don't know, whatever way I could break that down for people when I say it's the same informant over and over and over again.
Yeah, I said he's 100% right. I agree with him. You know what I'm saying? It's just certain things people's not talking about. It's like, I'm trying to understand, how did Cuffy get 27 years sentence, and he got in his paperwork, he done knocked off 2 Fed witnesses that was informants, and he knocked them down. Yeah,
but that's not what he pled guilty to.
How did he get 27 years and you done knocked 2 Fed witnesses down? You see what I'm saying? So when you go to
let him answer. Let him answer the question. Great question.
Hold on, because I ain't done. I'm about to add to it, and then I'll let bro go because I know bro about to go. So what I'm saying is, he got them informants and stuff, and then when you dig off into his
Oh, man, go ask the question. I forgot. I got to be up there for them to hear it. Go ahead. What's your question? The last part you had. Sorry about that.
The last part was, with everything we know, do y'all think this is a well-orchestrated play on Meech in the BMF brand? Period.
Right there, Eon.
All right, I'm going to try to answer the second one and pass it. But the first one, a person has to understand, and I'm not challenging your understanding of federal law. I'm just explaining, okay? Cuffy pleaded guilty to two different things. He pleaded guilty to 10 years, 120 months, to the conspiracy to possess more than 5 blase at the time, which originated from the affidavit that was submitted with his name, Suarez's name, and Meech's name on it that led to a wiretap. This wiretap led to multiple other drug transactions. Then he went down on another one, kind of like the game Hot Potato. You dig what I'm saying? It went from one place to the next place to the next place, and then he got popped. But it all started there. That's 120 months. They allowed him to plead guilty with no indictment on that because of all this BS that's going on with that case. That's the first 10 years. Cool? You with me?
Yeah, I'm with you.
All right, now let's get to the 17 years. Cuffy is not even accused of walking up to and popping no informants. Cuffy is accused of ordering one at one time, one at another time, and as the investigation evolved into who did it and what did it, he got a whole nother sentence of 17 years for that. And the feds is not a murder case per se, it's something that was ordered that results in death. Similar to what Lord Dirk is going through right now, where as though he's got murder for hire, they're never going to accuse him of popping nobody. They saying that he facilitated by using all these avenues to get it done, and it resulted in death, which is going to be a crime that he could be certified for the death penalty as. But we know this, we watching this in real time. They're never going to allege that he actually did the popping. So I want you to remember that when they go back to Cuffy. So the 17 years that he got is for that, and you can look up the crime of what it calls when it says that as a drug leader or organizer, you lead to something, and that's the sentence. That's the sentence that they gave him. The second part about is it a well-orchestrated play on BMF? I don't know if it's a well-orchestrated play on BMF. I think it was a well-orchestrated play for something between Tammy, Demetrius, and someone else that blew up in someone's face. Do I know if Meech is a rat specifically? No, I can't say that he's a rat as he did this or he did that, but he's wrapped up in so much of a conspiracy to this that he's suspect that he's going to have to do a whole lot to clear it, because for sure he can't distance himself from Tammy. The only thing he could do at this point in time is allege or prove that he never knew that she was an informant. I technically don't believe that. That's my personal opinion. But other than that, he still got a whole bunch of stuff to clear just to separate himself from Cuffy being in prison, in my opinion. I hope that answered your question, bro.
Yeah, he done. I'm just trying to catch these last couple of calls, and then I got to go move around. Y'all got me sitting here.
Yeah, I got an interview too, you nigga. I ain't want to stop off, bro.
No, I'm ready to close out. We did good. Bootsy, I'm gonna let you tap out first. We're gonna get off the screen. Anything you want to say to them?
Yeah, like Eon was saying, he said he personally believes that Meech knew. So once Blue showed the interview that he said he told him, and Meech said, well, that ain't got nothing to do with him. That automatically shows that he did know, but he was just mostly important, worried about getting that movie out and whatever, through Tammy. So basically what Eon said got to be correct, because he admitted to it over the phone that he knew. So all that in a nutshell, I think we pretty much covered a lot of things for everybody, man. And I appreciate you having me up here. Big shout out to Eon, man. Stay doing what you're doing, and make sure everybody that's watching and everybody that's soon to watch after you air this, make sure y'all go to Street Knowledge Podcast. Check me out. I'll be going live so we can chop it up and have more conversations. And then hopefully Big Bro have me back up here and we'll do some other things with some other topics if need be. All
right. Yeah, I'm gonna say this before I remove you. I want to thank y'all. We got about 10,000 views in 2 hours.
Dang.
That's 5,000 views an hour. I thank y'all. I hope you 10,000 viewers go subscribe and follow my brothers up here on their channels. That's the point of this program. It's not about bringing them up here. I'm gonna eat the money and they're gonna eat the subscribers. So y'all make sure they get their fair feel with the subscription. All right.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, man.
All right, hold on. Yo, Eon, you got the floor. Tap out.
Oh man, appreciate it, man. Shout out to Boozy, man. Shout out to Unique, man. Make sure you, man, subscribe to my channel, DC Blacks. I give you a mix of both. Sometimes I could be on some wild stuff. Sometimes I could be intellectual. Follow me on Instagram, DC Blacks. And if you into reading, you know, I got a variety of different novels, some fiction, some nonfiction. You can type my name in, EYONE Williams on Amazon, and everything will come up. Appreciate it. Hopefully I'll be back soon. And man, I do want to make it clear, I'm not a hater nor a supporter of any of this topic that we got going on. I'm more interested in reading the law, and I came from the streets just like Unique and Boosie said. So it's always interesting to me how they evolve these informants. So, you know, hope to see y'all again soon, man. Free the real.
All right, you already know this. Thank you, E. I want to thank everybody for coming, man. You know, it was an honor for me, and I felt great to be able to do these program with them because I flew past my brothers so fast. I kept telling them, yo, the numbers is going up. I'm going to come back and get you. Because that's what we do. When we go up, we go reach back and help, you know, our comrades, right? So let me take this crap off the stage, man. Hold up, man. Hold up. Oh, send a comment and get this crap out of here. Where is it? I want to remove that comment if I can find it. All right, we'll put this up instead. I'd rather have that up there. Yeah, thank you, Pooh Don. All right, we'll leave that up there. All right, but what I'm saying is, you know, I come home. I had 100 subscribers. I had a YouTube channel in the prison. And like I said, Bootsy took me to Queen's Flip as I was grinding, and I kept grinding, and Bootsy doing other things. And then when I saw a dollar amount in it, I reached back and told Bootsy, yo, there's $1 in this pot over here, brother. Come on over here and get a piece of this dollar. You know, he said, man, I already got YouTube, but I ain't been using it. I said, nah, you need to use it, you know? So then he wound up getting into it, and he helping me, and I get on Vlad and other things, and, you know, my joint shot to the top. And now that I'm in the position to give back to my comrades, that's exactly what I'm doing, you know? And it's crazy, yo. Yeah, well, talk. Yo.
Top of the AM.
Yeah, go ahead. Say what you're saying. We hear you.
I'm live.
Yeah, you live. You being recorded. You live. You want to call back? Who this, King?
Nah. I want to talk to you, Mr. Hall. I'm glad. That's how the universe works. I got you at a great time. I'm good. I'm good with being recorded. What's the topic? What we talking about?
I'm getting ready to tap out, but we was just talking about the whole Big Meech thing with his son, with the girl Tammy Cohen, with Cuffy. A little morning talk, you know, about. Go ahead.
Yeah. So give me a quick 5 minutes, Mr. Hall, if you do so, Mr. Waynesworth.
Mm-hmm. All right. Now we'll call back because nobody called my government name. You sound like a cop right now. You know what I mean? You know, you get these type of rat bastards and trolls. That's my first troll. And I knew it. I wanted to put it up there. Let me bring my brothers up here, right? Let me bring my man up here. Hey, Bootsy. Yeah. See, I want to do that because, you know, I played along with him. Once he said Hall, I knew where he was at, but I just entertained it. You know what I'm saying? And then he went on with the Wayne's word. Nigga ain't hiding. Niggas, stop your games, man. You rat bastard. Go find your mothers to go suck. But anyway, so that's where we at, right? So, Bootsy, don't let them throw you off your square. Stay focused. You know what I mean? And let's just move forward. And we ain't even gonna look back. We don't even see these trolls, my nigga.
No, that's a fact.
Remember, they come in our atmosphere. We don't go in theirs.
Right. Exactly.
And that's why back in the day we had a green light to chop their head off. You know, but right now they feel they're protected, so they do stupid moves where you got to think for them. You know what I mean? Yeah. Right or wrong, Eon?
All day, I'm still learning it.
Mm-hmm. You know,
I want to give one more thing to the audience out there. I got a movie out. It's on Tubi. It's called A Polished Soul. It's about a guy had the death penalty. He took 17 years to duck the death penalty. And I'm only saying it before we leave because it's a positive film for the young guys. So if y'all parents out there watching this right now, put your young boys in front of the Tubi channel and pull up A Polished Soul by my brother Mike Anderson. It's a true story by him. He went to jail and learned how to write scripts and got his degree and came home. We did this movie and we put it on Tubi. And Dame Dash stamped it as well. So y'all make sure y'all go check it out. It's a good positive one too, man. We don't deal with the trolls.
All right, and I just came back from dealing with Dame Dash, and we shot a lot of footage. We got something real special getting ready to come out under, with Dame Dash and all that. So look out for that. All right, let's tap out.
All right.
Cheers, cheers, toast the crime, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime.
Fresh out the can of 26, he back on the strip, getting back in the mix. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. The Instagram page and the YouTube, you could go and visit. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops, Mecca audio. Get it live like 2 G's in the 90s. Drop top beamer so shiny. I let shorty go, she was whining. Treat her like my past, she behind me. Spend a couple bands on the Dapper Dan. You be back again, getting green like a Packers fan. No cap, it's a roaring uptown. Baby horn uptown, Dominican bust downs. Now we on the positive, we got a lot to give. Now he trying to stop the kids from being inoperative. So take heed, homie, lend a ear. He started in uptown, he gon' finish dead. But now it ain't about selling drugs, buying cars. It's about buying property to make the community ours, so we can give back to the